people out, if you actually listen to them, they're not very sheepy, right? They have their own minds and their own opinions. Coincidence? Like, you don't need to agree with... Like, Spook and Juice is a perfect example. I don't agree with a lot of shit he says. I think he's off the ball with a lot of shit, but I can see that he's not a fucking sheep. And he gets loads of shit. The sheep people are bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. This is quite a bad loop. We might be able to get it because of the anti-loop this guy has. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, we do. Hey! Play Charlie Jen. Okay, that was a bad one. You mean in the DVD community? Well, the thing is, as I said, it's the sheeple thing. I have ideas outside of what the sheep think, right? But they also put my face onto everything what makes them mad, right? So they'll go against like a killer who tunnels and camps and they'll be like, True did this. So it just builds this anger, right? It's not very bright, but it is what it is, right? Can't really change it. Like, they think I have this massive influence and they don't realize that these killers are doing what they're doing because they have to. Or they had to, I should say. Like, me explaining that this is an outcome, what's going to happen, isn't me telling people to do something. It's me explaining an outcome you're going to see. But a lot of them don't seem to get it. They're not very bright, though. If you talk to them, you can see they're not very bright. So of course they're going to have, like, some weird kind of way of thinking. Damn. She looped well. That's the best person who's looped so far. Nice, got a sprint burst. Sprint burst really good as it, Nancy. Better than dead hard. Or live. I'm gonna leave her though. We're in quite a nice little position here. These are looking quite strong though, we need to be careful. Yeah. Truth, I didn't know how to loot this, didn't you? Oof, close. She's a strong one. I need to have someone else. You actually can play the game. A lot of DVDs about finding people who can't play Survivor. Or getting someone who can play Survivor outpositioned. So either one of them. Either one of them. Here we go. If you played that poorly. And then we'll use that instantly. Here we go. We found one. She might make. Never mind. She just stood still. She could have potentially made it, but never mind. Twice Survivor, 6% of the players have this achievement, so no, I suppose Survivor only, but they never played Killer Period. Wow. You know something interesting a few weeks ago? There's a DVD achievement on Steam That is kill 20 survivors. Only 6% of the population have it. Yeah, well, I'd said it isn't a 4-to-1. The community. It's way more than that. But maybe less so now. Because survivors are harder now. Because your teammates are worse.
Now you must come with me.
What's going on very bright? I mean, they aren't very bright. I could dissect the reasons why. Like, they debate with emotion. They use GIFs as replies. You know, it's not too intelligent, is it? Like, could you imagine going to a debate and there's two people debating? Someone puts out like a whole point and the other person just puts up a picture of like some celebrity laughing. Like, you're gonna tell me that that's a bright person? It's not like insulting, it's just being realistic. That's not a bright person. That shit's hard to land. Hardish. Look at the base night, sure. Pop. Used the Mori 3 times in 6 years. Good damn. I don't use Moris too much though. I mainly get Moris from Devour, I would say. Gifts are the downfall of intelligent discourse. Probably not. Probably not. I think the people who relied just on gifts probably wouldn't have had an intelligent conversation to begin with. I'm blunt, guys. I don't sugarcoat shit. Like, if you're new here, I'm not one of these people who's like gonna kind of dance around everything. I know the world's going that way, where everyone's like dancing around everything. I don't do that. Making killer fun to play. Yeah, they have been quite fun today. Good build though, it's a really good build. You didn't go for it? Nice. I think we got rid of this. Oh, you messed that up, Nancy. I've been pinhead recently. I just said X-Rays for Sellout if you want to see how I perform with your killer, with your build, or survivor. Pop. Got 0 builds on the list, so you'll get it instantly. Pinhead punishes survivors' mistakes so much. Not as much as he should, to be honest. Like, again, it doesn't really matter now, because the MMR's pretty much gone, but when MMR was in the game, I'd be able to show you many examples. Like, when you go against good survivors, they'll just break the chains, and a lot of times, and you won't actually be able to get them. Even when you've hit them. Like, I had chasers where I'd hit them like 5 to 10 times in a chase, and the chase would still continue. because the hooks were not doing enough for me. You want the hatch? She don't realise I'm giving her the hatch. She's gonna wiggle off now. My god, Meg. MR is definitely gone. I said it. They've lowered it to where it's almost non-existent. I said this would happen. It's the snowball effect. Here you go, Meg. There you go. Yeah. You didn't wiggle off, Meg. You didn't wiggle off. Literally, like, does she think she did that? I'm not even sure anymore. Got to go. I didn't mean to put that. That's a GG. Okay, she did realise.